out-of-body experience.
Welcome to the Brothers of Wrestling Podcast.
Welcome back to the Brothers Wrestling Podcast with your host, Logan and
Hayden.
And today we bring you another episode of the Wrestling Rewind where we take a look back at Lucha Underground. We are going back to the temple to recap and rewatch Lucha Underground. It's been re-released on YouTube, and me and Hay thought it'd be a good idea to go back. Since we both haven't even finished the whole series in itself entirely anyway, we thought it'd be a good idea to go back and rewatch the series as they upload it onto their YouTube channel. We don't know if it's actually El Rey partnered or anything, but we're watching it, and we watched episode number 1 in the last episode. We recapped that, so make sure you go check that out if you have not already listened to it. And this is episode number 2. Hayden, take it away.
Okay, so episode number 2. It's called Los Demonios?
Something like that.
Demonios? Something like that. I'm assuming the demons. So it starts out with a recap of episode 1. We get kind of the through line through the night of Dario and what he does to Mundo and Puma at the end.
Yep.
And then when we kick it to the ring, we get a look at the new crew for Dario. And they all introduce themselves. They all get a little bit of mic time. And it ends with Big Rick basically explaining that he's the leader and he's here to not really win matches. He doesn't care about that, but he's here to make money.
Well, don't forget the names of the guys. You got
Cisco?
You got Mr. Cisco and Cortez Castro.
Ugh, horrible.
Love
name.
Mr. Cisco.
Yeah, I never liked Mr. Cisco. Cortez Castro.
Cortez will play a bigger part later, but Mr. Cisco's cool. I like him.
Yeah, he's fine.
He's a little chubby.
And then ends up with Mundo coming out to attack him, and then Puma makes a save. So Cueto comes out, and he's all riled up about what happened, so he makes a tag team match. So you get Castro and Cisco versus Mundo and Puma. Mundo and Puma pretty much dominate the match.
Yeah. I mean, it's clear talent level.
Yeah. Big Rick sits on the entrance stairs.
Yeah, the big stairs that go up.
Cigar the whole time. So, but then Mundo and Puma end up winning the match. Then in the back, Puma and Conan are talking to each other. Well, Conan's talking to Puma.
Yeah,
Puma's not talking. But basically, Conan's can't talk. Reiterating? How do you say that?
He reiterates.
Sure.
He tells him that Mundo's bad.
He basically tells him that there's no friends.
Yeah, don't trust Mundo.
So then we go, and it's Cueto, and he says he's going to bring in someone to deal with Chavo, which is going to be Mil Muertes.
Oh.
They kind of talk about it there. Then we got the tag match, Son of Havoc and Eva Lise. This is Eva Lise's debut.
Yep.
They take on Chavo and Sexy Star.
And it's kind of played through that Son of Havoc and Eva Lise have a little bit of a romantic relationship.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of is. They're kind of both in that same gimmick of like a biker type character. So, let's see here.
It's a fine match.
It goes it's a fine match. It kind of goes with Sexy keeps trying to attack Son of Havoc for what he did, but Eva Lise keeps getting involved. Eventually, to end the match, Chavo has a chance to take out Son of Havoc, but he gives Sexy Star the chance to have the pin on Havoc, so she picks up the win. So they play off the Chavo's such a good guy for doing that and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah, Chavo's a great guy.
Blah, blah. Then we get go to the back again, and Blue Demon Jr.'s there.
Yeah, pretty creepy, too, this whole segment.
Yeah, he's kind of just,
he's working
getting
out,
ready, warming up.
Doing some things.
And then Katrina makes her debut, which is going to be a big character throughout Lucha Underground. And she is the, what would you call it? Like the guide? She's
like the...
Mil Muertes?
She's like the...
She's like the Silver Surfer to his Galactus.
Yeah, like a
comic book fan. A herald.
The herald of Galactus, yeah.
She's heralding his doomsday.
Yeah,
basically.
And
so she comes in.
Drop a little bit of knowledge. Who was Katrina in a past life? Who was?
Well, she was. She was on season 3 of NXT, the female
Yes.
version. I forget her name on that one, actually, off the top of my head.
That was Caitlin's season, right?
That was Caitlin's season, AJ's season. There was others. What was her name?
Oksana.
Yeah, that season. So she was on there. I forget what her name was now off the top of my head, but yeah, she was in that season. But so she debuted here and basically explains to Blue Demon Jr., who doesn't barely move or say anything, what's going to happen when Will Muertes comes to take him out, and then she ends it by licking his mask. Maxine, that's what it was. Yeah, that's what it was. And she ends it by licking his mask.
Yeah, pretty creepy.
And he wipes it off, all angry once he leaves.
Although you probably liked it.
Problem. Then we go, and Conan kind of gives another promo for Puma, basically, where Conan's explaining some of his backstory.
Yeah, Puma's he's the golden boy.
Yeah, they're pushing him hard to be the main character of this show. So, and then you get Blue Demon Jr. and Mil Muertes in the main event, and Muertes comes out and he's got the aura right away.
Well,
like he's just coming out.
Can we talk about his attire for this first week?
Yeah, he's not coming out in the greatest attire. He's still kind of going with his old Juice Macias.
His pants are not where it needs to be.
No, that's kind of what he wore when he was Juice Macias. They really didn't go into the character yet of what he was.
It gets better
in that first episode. Anyway, so he pretty much destroys Blue Demon Jr.
Yeah, dominates him.
Hits him with the flatliner. I'm trying to think. I think then. That's right. Chavo comes out.
Yep.
I was forgetting the part where I didn't think he got involved during the match. Yeah,
Chavo comes out after. Yep. Because Mil Muertes beats Blue Demon up after.
Yeah, he starts beating up Blue Demon. That's right. I was trying to remember if that happened before or after the match. Yeah, so Chavo comes out to make the save, and then hits Demon with the chair shot.
Yeah, surprise, surprise.
And they're shocked, even though no one's really shocked. Come on, it's Chavo. And then you get a couple other kind of loser guys come out. They really.
I think only one other person comes out.
No, he takes up a couple of like jobber guys.
Oh, okay.
He knocks them out in the ring with the chair, and then and that's when Sexy comes out, and she kind of does the like, "What are you doing?"
She's confused.
Blah, blah, blah.
How could you do this?
And then he lays her out with the chair too, and takes out Sexy.
And when he hits Sexy with the chair, Vampiro goes, "Oh!"
Yeah, Vampiro kind of freaks out a little bit.
It's hilarious.
That was always pretty funny. So you get that happening.
And then
so the show ends with Chavo
he sets up a chair.
Yeah, and he standing over Demon and Sexy and all them, and that's kind of where it ends, where they're questioning Chavo's motivations.
Yeah, camera like pans onto the chair that he used to hit Demon and Sexy with.
Yeah, and that's kind of how they end that episode.
Well, they end it with they get the stretcher out and they put Demon on the stretcher, and they put him.
Because they're dragging him away and they're saying, is he ever going to come back?
They put him in the ambulance, and then the camera follows the ambulance driving down the road. That's how they end the episode.
That's right. So yeah. So kind of this whole second episode was mostly about Chavo, which not a huge fan of. Chavo's fine, but I don't need a whole.
You don't like him because he leeches onto other people.
He just likes to be a leech.
But the whole episode was basically to get Mil Muertes introduced.
Well, yeah, you're kind of introducing that character and getting that lore started, and then you got the Chavo through line throughout the whole show, because everything in that show pretty much revolved around Chavo besides the very beginning.
Yep.
So you're getting all that going on, which is fine. Like I said, I'm not the biggest Chavo fan, but it just sucks because by this point he's past his prime. So you're getting slow old man Chavo. I mean, this is after. I think this. If it is what was it 2014?
Yeah, probably around.
Yeah, this is even after he was doing his TNA run. So this is even, and he was old then. So
it was a decent second episode. They're still trying to find their footing.
Yeah, the first few, not the greatest episodes. So this next one, though, this is where I remember this was one of my favorite episodes, because you get to the big debut in the main event of the three huge luchadors.
Oh,
You
right.
get Phoenix, you get Drago, and you get Penta. Triple threat match is your main event. This is where they start really trying to get that luchador style into Lucha Underground.
And Penta will become...
So far, most of the guys that have debuted, most of the guys that have debuted have been guys that weren't wearing masks before.
Yeah.
Like, besides Sexy Star, I think most of them were guys that became the character for the show.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't this character before this. Now we're starting getting ready to introduce the real luchadors. Penta, Phoenix, and Drago.
Aerostar.
Eventually, Aerostar, yeah.
And we will come to realize as the show goes on that Pentagon becomes the dark horse of the show. He becomes the real MVP.
Yeah, he really comes into his own, and he really gets recognized throughout America for this show. It really takes him to his next level. So he's definitely one of the guys that comes out of the show on the better side.
This show definitely helped him and Phoenix get signed by like Ring of Honor and AEW and stuff like that.
Well, they go, so after this show, they go straight to Impact.
Oh, straight to Impact, okay.
Which is when Pentagon wins the Impact.
I was going to say, he wins the title, yeah.
Yeah, so he gets a big boost from this show. So, because most of the guys that leave the show go to Impact, actually.
Of course they do.
Well, there's not other options. AEW doesn't exist yet. That was kind of your second option. And most of these guys weren't going to WWE. There's a few.
You probably had to have a throughway
going.
already, like Mundo.
Yeah, but Mundo ended up going to TNA too. So this is when he goes.
He gets
back
Johnny
Impact and starts
towards the
title.
pandemic, though.
Yeah, he like 2019, but this show ends in 2017, I think. So he's there.
Everybody just
Penta goes there. Sammy Callahan comes off the show and goes there. So yeah, Impact gets that little run Impact has, like the couple years they have, is all because of Lucha. So all those guys came from Lucha to go back there. So that was kind of their step to get into America.
Mm-hmm.
And then once AEW came through, most of those guys made the next step to AEW, like the Lucha Bros. So, but yeah, the episode not great, not anything I wouldn't. If I wasn't watching this in order again, I probably would skip that episode. It does really nothing for you besides giving you Mil Muertes.
You probably need to watch the beginning and the end. That's probably all you need to watch.
Yeah, but other than that, it doesn't really do a whole lot for you. Unless you really love Chavo, I guess.
Is there anybody that really loves Chavo?
If you love Chavo, congratulations. Because this is your episode.
I just think that Mil Muertes is one of the coolest characters that comes out of the show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he is. And that's why he survives for a while, even after the show ends. He goes to MLW and does some stuff there.
Although I am a fan of Judas Macias. When he would spit the blood, he was spit the blood out.
Abyss's brother. Their monster's brother.
What is he, the Kane to the Undertaker? Or no, he's the Undertaker to the Kane, because isn't Abyss Kane?
Yeah, more or less.
That's
when they do that. When he comes through the bottom of the ring.
Oh, right.
They attack Abyss. And then they bring in Black Rain and Killer. Spelled backwards. Relic.
God, he was fat.
Anyway.
Black Rain was fat.
Yes, he was in a depressive time. Leave him alone. Anyway, we're getting off topic. Lucha.
True.
Episode 2. Not great.
Fine.
So, episode 3 is going to be a lot better. So I'm excited to watch that one. So
I am too. And we got to talk about. So we probably have to start doing, since they're probably going to do it every time now. The thumbnail. It wasn't horrible.
It was fine.
It was just a picture of Mil Muertes, but it's not the best in the world.
Yeah, it's not as bad as that first.
No.
That was horrible. That was god awful.
It's also a picture. I'm pretty sure it's a picture of after, because it's not a picture from the episode, because I think he's wearing a different mask.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he wears that mask in the first episode.
I think you're right.
But all in all, it was kind of a 2 or 3 out of 5, I'd say, on the episode.
Yeah. I'm giving it a 2.5 out of 10.
2.5 out of 10.
Yeah, it was bad.
You are a pretty harsh critic.
Yep.
All right. Well, that has been our episode 2, season 1, episode 2 recap of Lucha Underground. We hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave us a like, follow us on Spotify, subscribe to us on YouTube. These videos go up on YouTube as well. And also on the YouTube version, I usually put up a little picture of the thumbnail so you can see what it looks like in case you haven't seen it yourself. So make sure you go check that out and follow us on TikTok and Facebook and Twitter and all that kind of stuff. And we will see you in the next one.
Peace.